Hello Virgo, and welcome to your reading from December the 1st through to the 15th. My goodness, can you believe we're at this end of the year and we're in Sagittarius season. So let's see what we can get for you coming up, Virgo. Thank you to everybody who sent lovely comments and messages of support last fortnight. That was very beautiful and I appreciate all of it. Luckily the fire that is near us is being controlled at the moment, so it's all good, but unfortunately it's still other areas of the state and Australia are still suffering. So it's been a bit of an interesting time, I have to say. Very devastating for a lot of animals and fauna and flora and people and people's houses. But anyway, let's move on and try and find out what can we get for Virgo. What cards are coming out for Virgo today? What cards can we get for you, Virgo? We'll start off with an animal spirit card, and we have the beautiful butterfly. This is gorgeous, very beautiful, beautiful energy, the butterfly to get. This is transformation, quite literally. The butterfly transforms from the cocoon into the butterfly. Now, it's interesting. I was just watching a little viral video the other day about, I don't know if it was a moth or a butterfly, but it was showing the transformation. It was showing at each layer the caterpillar sheds its skin, and it's almost like a snake shedding its skin, and it's sort of does this wriggly thing, but it's what I'm getting, this is why I'm getting this, is that there's stages of metamorphosis, stages of transformation for you. And I feel like you've been going through different stages. And what I'm getting is that for some of the stages where you're shedding your skin, you're shedding a past life, you're shedding a past relationship or a past situation where you're shedding something. It could be shedding kilos, it could be shedding clothes, a clean out, whatever that shedding means to you. It can actually sometimes be uncomfortable, an uncomfortable experience. It's not the easiest thing to transform. And sometimes the message of the butterfly is that, yes, you've been through a lot, and because you're now at the tail end of this, you're no longer the little chrysalis that's shedding its skin and going through the little phases. You've got to the end of the process, which means you're now the butterfly ready to emerge into the world. You've transformed from the light, you can see in the center of the card. And I know for a lot of you, last week we had the moth. Interestingly, we've had these element of air, the moth and the butterfly, both very similar creatures, obviously, but the moth has sort of transformed to the butterfly, and interesting, the moth was traveling to the light. This butterfly is transforming from the light. So it's really like you're at that final stage of transition here where you're finally just going, ta-da, this is me. Finally coming home to who you are, but not even doing that. It's not the struggle of getting out of a situation. It's like, right now I'm ready to that moment when a butterfly comes out and there's just a moment where it flaps, it's still and it's waiting for its wings to form, to strengthen and be strong enough to fly off. And this is kind of the moment that you're at, Virgo, where you're poised to find your wings and fly. And so the interesting thing, I guess the message with the butterfly is that incredible things are happening, and that's because of this internal process of transformation that you've been going through, Virgo. And yes, it hasn't been easy. There's been a real acknowledgement of that. But with the butterfly energy, sometimes it is good. You can feel vulnerable in this energy because suddenly your strength is being tested. Your vulnerability, you're being a bit exposed. And so, I mean, not in a bad way. It's like spirit saying, okay, you're ready now, a bit like mother bird pushing the baby bird off the tree and going, okay, now you can learn to fly. And so that's what I'm getting. It's just this moment, Virgo, of poised. And we've got the element of here. So the element of air is all around your thoughts and how you're perceiving the world. And I'm getting this real clarity with this white light here. I'm getting this real sense of clarity. And it's interesting because, the little dots on the butterfly, some of them are white and some of them are red, and there's little hues of blue. And I think those colors are relevant because the white is you're being guided by spirit. You're being guided by a higher force, whatever that feeling is. But the red is real self-motivation. It's like you're finding your spark again. You're finding that real deep soul drive as to what spurs you, what drives you, what really, it's almost like connecting in with your soul purpose. But for some of you, it's more just a real directional drive. It will be unique for all of you, but I'm just getting this inner drive of connecting and reclaiming, Virgo. So this is the third, this has kind of been a trilogy, the last two readings, and this is the third, perhaps the final. I don't know where we're going to go after this, but I was wondering whether we're going to be continuing on from last week, because sometimes it's kind of like, okay, that transition's finished, we're moving on to a new story, new energy. But this is definitely the final, ta-da, you're ready now, Virgo. And that is the message, you're ready. You're ready. And soul and spirit are definitely wouldn't be giving you this message. You may not be feeling ready, you may not be feeling strong enough, but it's kind of saying you do have that strength within you and to connect in with those red dots. So I'm going to put that beautiful butterfly card there. Now let's see if we've got any cards to support it. And while you're just looking at the butterfly, see if anything, sometimes when I put it there, oh, sorry, a card just fell out and fell on the floor. Just give me a moment. Oh, I've got to grab it. Of course, you can't see this. Oh, wow, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, beautiful. So if we put that next to the butterfly, this is the Knight of Pentacles is all around long-term vision for your life. I feel like I don't want to block the butterfly. I might put the butterfly over here for the moment, just because I don't want the Knight of Pentacles blocking that beautiful butterfly. It's now, what have you got? The Pentacle is about bringing something into the future. This Knight, the horses and the Knights are about your future direction, or the direction, the new direction and the new path you're going in. This horse looks like it's standing still, but the thing is, it's not standing still. It's just taking a moment. It's going slowly. It's a very considered and slow approach as to where we're going next. You've transformed into the butterfly. There's this sense with the butterfly that I'm getting with the legs that it's a little bit discombobulated, a bit disorientated, like where am I now? I kind of found myself in this whole new terrain, this whole new space in my life, and I'm a bit like, whoa, which direction to fly in? And so this Knight of Pentacles is very much a clear direction, but it is slow. It takes its time. But the Knight of Pentacles is all around building a long-term vision. So it's saying now you've got this amazing opportunity. You've come out the other side of this. Now you've got this amazing opportunity to take this beautiful pentacle here slowly and surely into the distance, into your long-term future. And the Knight of Pentacles is, you know, on a voyage, on a mission, on a journey. And that's definitely what's happening for you, Virgo. It's beautiful, grounded energy, this Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there's this real opportunity for a new start, to actually go, okay, I take a deep breath and go, okay, now I've got to where I am. I feel like I can actually do this. I don't want to say this, but this is kind of the words I'm getting, do this properly this time. Well, I don't want to say properly, but they're the words I'm being given. So that may or may not resonate with some of you, but it's a second chance. But now I'm being told it's not a second chance. This is a new chance. This is a whole new chance. So not to see it as a second chance, because what transpired was meant to transpire in a weird sort of way, even though for some of you it was really difficult. It's saying now you've got this golden opportunity to move forward and make something really amazing. And the Pentacles are all around, money and career and, finances, security. It's a real sense of trying to find security, because here we have the Temperance card coming in. And this is a beautiful card because this is a Sagittarius card and we're in Sagittarius season. And this is all about expansion, but finding balance back in your life, bringing balance back, but expanding that balance into the long-term vision. The archer shoots its arrow and the arrow travels far, and so does the Knight of Pentacles. It's a far-reaching, it's a long-term vision here of a better future that's coming up. And so first what you needed to do was bring back and restore this beautiful balance here. And we have this angel here who is kind of saying, yes, this was divinely guided. This is something that you probably will be feeling you could be feeling quite inspired. You could be getting visions or dreams or messages from the divine, but this a beautiful angelic energy is coming in. And you can see the 2 cups, the water is flowing from the 2 cups. That's emotional balance that's coming back in. And I feel for a lot of you, that journey of the butterfly was quite, even though we're in the element of air and it's a lot to do with your thoughts, I feel like emotionally there is a real need to bring your emotions back into balance. So there's a real restoration here. So it's not only transformation, it's like once you get over the other side, there's restoration. I've just got the word courage, that you will find that inner courage within yourself, and that inner courage will again lead to motivations, because I'm just I'm really drawn to the red triangle in the center, which I think is, connected to that red we were saying around the butterfly. And you can see they've both got wings. This is all around finding your wings. And what I wanted to say before with the Knight of Pentacles, interestingly, is the knights do the work of the king and the queen. And here in this Temperance card, we can see the crown. And so it's this journey towards crowning yourself, towards being the king or the queen of your life, of feeling special, feeling royal, feeling in control, feeling like you are at the head of your life in the position where you think you should be. So you can see this a beautiful, abundant landscapes here that it's here in this Temperance card. The angel is dipping their toe in the water, dipping their toe back in again. So I feel like there's this beautiful new beginning that's being offered here for you guys, Virgo, that's coming up. And you can see beautiful landscape, this lovely gold, if I can just get that to stay there. And yeah, there's abundance. There's a new path opening up here that's leading to this crown. That's leading to the crown, leading to the crowning of you. So you're on this path. You're like the Knight of Pentacles at the moment on the path, but it is slow and steady. So, which is, I think, needed, because that butterfly is almost in, I don't want to say state of shock, but it's kind of maybe a state of awe or wonder, or for some of you it could be shock, but it's kind of like, whoa, where am I now? I've just transformed. How am I going to fly out of this situation? Where am I flying to? And yeah, so we've got the World card has just popped out. Beautiful. So this is like a completion, but it's offering a new pathway. You can see this figure is like encircled, and it's like they're walking through a new door, a new space, and signed, sealed, and delivered. The World card comes when, like I was saying with the butterfly, it's the last card in the major arcana in the tarot deck. So the World card comes at the completion of a cycle, and that's what we were saying with the butterfly, that it's definitely, there's this real joy and happiness about this, but I'm really drawn to the just that red sort of ribbon that's being around this sort of this greenery here, this sort of laurel. It feels, that's where I'm getting signed, sealed, and delivered. It's a done deal. Spiritually, your spirit has gone, okay, this is a done deal. We're moving forward. And there's all this beautiful red in this reading, Virgo, that I'm really, really noticing. But the World definitely can be a breakthrough as well. Definitely can be a breakthrough. Let's have a look at what else we've got. Wow, so big things happening for you guys, Virgo, because you've just got 3 major arcana, the World, Justice, and the Empress. And I just get the feeling that things are like the Justice is about rights being wronged, if something unjust, bringing back balance again, which is what we were saying with the Temperance card. So definitely the Empress is about abundance and fertility, and seeds that you've planted a long time ago, now you're seeing the benefits and the rewards and the results of that. It's very much a a really strong feminine energy coming in here, the Empress card. So this is big for you guys, Virgo. Wherever you're at, the Justice card can also represent legal matters. It can represent a legal matters being sort of awarded in your favor, is what I'm trying to say, and also can represent contracts. So I'm just getting any kind of injustice that has been against you, the truth will come out. And again, you notice that justice has been crowned. You can see that the Empress has a crown with stars on it. And so there's this real thing about crowning, a crown, putting your crown back on, imagining that you are actually, I just want you to visualize this, because I'm just being shown the Queen Elizabeth, putting a crown on her head and imagining how that would feel. Just for a moment, if you can imagine that feeling, that's kind of the feeling that they're wanting you to have. And so with the Empress, I feel like there's definitely this amazing opening up to receive the new opportunities that are coming your way, and with this restoration of balance in your life. And very much the purple cloak behind justice is very much around spirit cloaking you and guiding you and protecting you. So I feel like there's a lot of protection coming in for you guys, Virgo, which is beautiful. So I'm just going to put them here for the moment, if you can hopefully see them. So like I say, if you see any, when you're looking at them, I'd like you to sort of see if you can get any further messages around. You might get an intuitive message yourself just by looking at it. So we now have the Seven of Wands. I feel like this is like a clarifier for the World card. And this is feeling like you really needed to defend yourself or defend your position. And that's why it's interesting. It came up, we were just talking about protection. And this is what I feel like is completing, that you're stepping through. There's some sort of breakthrough here that you don't have to, you can let that go now. You're in a position where you don't need to defend yourself, or you don't need to protect yourself, or you don't need to fight anymore. So that's really, really positive with this Seven of Wands coming through. It's sort of letting go of the struggle and being able to let go of that and being open to this beautiful Empress energy that's coming through for you guys. So what else can we get for a clarifier for the Justice card coming up? Do you know what? I think next I want to go to an animal spirit card and just pull something, a supporting card for the butterfly. So what can we get for the butterfly for Virgo? Supporting card. It might not actually be the animal spirit cards. It might be the Rider-Waite. Let me just try these for a second, because I just had a real feeling the Rider-Waite's like last week we had the animal spirit cards, but this week I was like, I really feel like it's going to be the Rider-Waite's for Virgo. And yet the Seven of Swords with this Justice card, it's this sense of getting away with something, or someone has getting away from someone that's been deceiving you. The Seven of Swords is around deception. And so I'm getting double meaning for this card in that you've managed to get away with something, away from this deception. And that someone has been quite dodgy. This is like someone that's been quite dodgy around you, that's kind of thinking that they can hoodwink you a little bit. And combined with this Justice card as a clarifier, this Justice card is just, you'll notice that there's 2 sevens here. 2 sevens, and the major arcana is a much stronger energy. So it's sort of like the world is wiping out this one. Justice is wiping out the energy of this Seven of Swords. So any kind of legal matters in your favor, or if it's just an energetic balance that needs to be restored, will be restored in your favor. Anyone that has been dishonest or just trying to fool you or trying to pull the wool over your eyes, thinking that they can just easily manipulate you or deceive you, that's what this Justice card is now coming in and energetically, or just putting it right, basically. So let's see what this Empress card is, the clarifier for the Empress card. And it's funny with that Seven of Swords, I know last week we had the energy of the froggy thinking that they could get away with things, and the octopus energy the week before, the person sort of shifting and changing. There's a shiftiness, and that's definitely with this justice energy coming in. This is, the energy of truth. She's holding the sword of truth here. So it's very much like a finality, because I know we did have that was going to be coming out and you would be in the process of leaving. But the justice card is like I'm just being shown a legal stamp, just kind of going bang. It's a finality. It's like this is definitely the end. There's no stepping back from this. So it could be illegal. Like I said, there's just the justice energy, that truth and justice is just too strong for that Seven of Swords energy. So here we have, as a clarifier for the Empress, the Two of Wands. For some reason we're doing clarifiers this week with the Empress card, and we've kind of gone from the 2 to the 3. So it's kind of, again, that, it's funny how we were saying there were the 3 stages of manifestation, and we've just moved from the 2 to the 3. And the 2 was hopeful. The 3 is amazing. I'm going to hold these up like this. So just to show the progression, that the stages of progression are going to have this in terms of how good things are going to be and how they're going to get. It's going, like the Two of Wands is a lovely card. It's looking out and going, okay, what opportunities, where can I turn to next? What am I going to do with myself now? What are these ideas? But it's just that stage, from stage 2 to stage 3 is gone from ideas, let's look out, to abundance and manifestation. The 3 is all around manifestation, and it's just saying that the leap to the next stage is not just, okay, if you had to rate it, it's not just, oh yeah, this is a good transition. This is like going from, okay, this is pretty good where I am, to this is amazing. So it's like an amazing transition that you are going to transitioning into that butterfly energy. So I feel like there's a definite, and 3s are the number of manifestations. So definitely, if we put the Empress next to the butterfly, it's a beautiful, beautiful, I'm just going to hold up this butterfly again, because ultimately this is the main energy of your reading, is that the transformation is complete and you'll find yourself in an amazing space, both physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. I feel like there's more money and abundance coming in, and the only thing that the universe is saying, there's a breakthrough, there's balance coming in, is be open to that. But also don't expect the world at once with that Knight of Pentacles energy. This is something that you're working to long term, Virgo, and this is going to have really long ranging consequences and benefits. So I think that I just want to say congratulations. You've made it to the other end. It's great being the Sagittarius energy, because that's this energy where you really can expand and transform. I think it's going to be really good energy for you guys for the next 2 weeks. So I hope that makes sense, Virgo. And if you'd like to hear more, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment. I always like to respond to the comments. And take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.